Welcome everyone. Today we are going to build this old print style text. I'll start by adding text, then I'll add color fills along with these graphic lines. I will then add drop shadow. The background layers will then be added, and at last I'll add a final offset and transform to get the final look. As always, chapters have been added for better understanding. Alright, let's do this. Alright, welcome back guys. So I'm going to start off with simply adding the font as always, and I'm going to write the word old print. The idea is to replicate the feel of an old newspaper, of an old print, to get that retro old vibe. So this is the word that I've written, old print. The font that I've chosen is this Yoshida Sans font, and I'm going to decrease the vertical distance, and I'm going to increase a little bit the spacing between the words. That's the first thing. Next, it is going to be all about adding layers of colors. For that, let's set this fill to none, and right hand side in the appearance panel I'll add 3 colors. 1, 2, 3. So I have added these 3 colors, so I'm going to change their colors. I'll select the center one, so I'm going to double click on the fill here, and I'm going to go down here in the yellow color, and I'm going to replicate this pale yellow feel of a bleached or an old newspaper. That's what I'm doing. It's all eyeballing, so let's press OK. So I'll just hide the upper layer so that you can see the color. Fine. Now let's select the top layer, and I'm also going to give it a kind of a dark greenish color. Just trying to imagine how the black ink would grow kind of pale mixed with yellow color. It's kind of look a little bit greenish. Again, all eyeballing. So once I'm happy, I think this is fine. I'll press OK. Next, I'm going to select the bottom layer. I'll again hide the upper layers, the middle one and the top one. This is black, but I'm going to give the same color, the one that is on top. So I'm going to go back into its fill, select the top layer, go back in the fill, and I'm going to copy this hex value from here. And then I'm going to select this layer and go in its color layer and paste the same hex code. And let's press OK. With that, we have the 3 color layers. Next, I'm going to add patterns and drop shadows and offsets to these layers. To start off with, I'll select the middle layer, the one with the pale yellow color. I'll go down here in the FX, and I'm going to offset its path. So let's go into offset. I'm going to give it a 15 pixel offset with round joins and simply press OK. And now I'm going to do the same with the lower layer. I'll go into the FX and the offset, again give it 15 pixels, round joins, and press OK. So these both layers have offsets now, the one this here and the one on the lower one. Now it's time to add a pattern. For that, I'll use the topmost layer. I'll select this one, and for that I'll not go into FX, but I will rather go into the swatches just right below here. In the swatches, again I'll click here on the lower left in the pre-made library, and I'll go into patterns and then into basic graphics and into basic lines. Here I'll try different lines. Each line or each pattern has its own feel. Some are these bold, some are light, some are very slim and thin, some have very less distance in between, but the one I think I'll choose, it's going to be here. I think this is going to be fine. Now I'm going to rotate this pattern. For that, I'll go into the transform. I'll select this, go into the FX, distort and transform, and again into the transform, and I will change the degrees to around 30. Now you can see everything has turned. I'll uncheck the transform objects and again keep on changing the values. As you can see now, it's just the pattern that is changing its angle. I'll finally select 45 degrees and press OK. Now let's work with the last layer, and I'm going to add a transform to it. I'm going to go in FX, distort and transform, again in transform, and I'll give it 1 and 1.2 pixels value on the horizontal and the vertical, and in the copies I'll slowly increase and make it to around 50 copies. That will give it a nice thick drop shadow. So far so good. Next up is going to be adding the 2 backgrounds. Let's make this text just a bit bigger, and now let's use the rectangle tool, and I'll select a 1920 by 1080 pixels rectangle. We'll center align it, and I'll push it down, Control Shift and left bracket, so it's sitting now on the lowest layer. So first I thought I'll go here in the middle layer, which I'm actually doing. I'll open the color picker and copy the hex value, and I'm going to paste this value to this rectangle, to this background. But it kind of looked dry, so I kind of changed my mind, and I thought I should add a pattern to it and an additional layer of color. So I'll go back here in the swatches, and since we had used the basic graphics, all the swatches are already there. So I kind of figured out a little bit which one I want to choose. I wanted to choose a dense one. So I kind of chose this one, and now I'll again select the rectangle tool, add another rectangle of 1920 by 1080p pixels and press OK. And I'll center align it quickly. And to this one, I'll give this color, which I already had copied before. So as you can see, now it has that yellow feel to it. I'll center align it and push it to the lowest layer by pressing Ctrl Shift and left bracket. Okay, so far so good. But as you may see that the background and the text above it kind of are confusing one another. They're mingling with one another. So I thought of adding one last tweak to make it look complete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new fill. I'll press fill. It got added one above. I'll push it down, and now I'll simply go into the FX and add an offset and transform to it. But before that, let's change its color, give it the same yellow pale color and press OK. Now first of all, I'll add an offset, and to the offset I'll give it a 30 pixel values. It's just that I forgot to turn the joints to round, which I'll do later on. For now, let's press OK. And then I'll go back again in the FX, and this time around I'll open the not add a fill, I'll delete it, press undo, go back in the FX and up here into the transform. On the horizontal I'll add 1 pixel value, on the vertical 1.2, and I'll now add multiple copies. I think around 50 would do it. So what it's doing is, as you may see, it's adding an outline around the word, a breathing space, because it has no lines to it. So this helps to generate a kind of breathing space, a distance between the lined background and the pattern lines that the text has, which gives it a complete feeling. Now let's press OK. I just need to go back here in the offset and turn the joints to round. With that, it's kind of complete. Let's take a look with the full screen. I think it looks wonderful. And now I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. In my analytics, I see 90% of the people still haven't subscribed to my channel. So it will do tons and tons of wonder if you would subscribe to my channel, so that every time I add a new video, you will get a notification, and I'll keep on working to get more and more videos out for you. Thank you so much. Have a great time.